When somebody's putting an electric current through your brain, they're not actually 100% sure we know how complex the brain is. I have no memory of a year of my life at all.
With regards to what it does, to be totally honest, it's not completely 100% understood, and definitely it's something that there needs to be more ongoing kind of research to fully understand it. But essentially it's kind of a short amount of electricity that kind of induces a seizure that brings around some sort of changes in the level of different chemicals in somebody's brain. The most common reason is depression, particularly if other treatments have not really worked. So maybe if somebody has tried numerous different medications and they just haven't responded to them. Generally speaking, around 70% of people will notice a very significant improvement. The other sort of thing that I suppose is a bit more maybe well known or in a negative way about ECT is concerns about memory problems. And that's something that we take, I suppose, very seriously. It is something that's hard to completely measure, because if somebody's very depressed, that affects their cognition and their memory and their focus. But memory is always checked before somebody starts a course of ECT, and sometimes then we can make modifications to the ECT, change doses, do different things if there is a concern about someone's memory.
I was born in South Africa. I met my husband over there. He was born in Northern Ireland and we moved here. Things seemed to be going okay. I did have a difficulty. My mental health went down a bit after I had my children. And then I relapsed with my eating disorder. And that basically set off a chain of events where I spent many months of every year in and out of our local inpatient unit. And over that time had different courses of ECT. It's important to say this is my story and my experience, and I know people who've really benefited from ECT, and my husband would say, initially I did as well. It got me out. It was always short term. It's very difficult to tell you about that because I have very little memory of that period of time. And there's been some significant things that have happened. Things that I really as a mom should have remembered and should have known about, and I don't. And that's quite distressing. There's a part of me feels angry about it when we go into an inpatient unit where there's very little meaningful activity. So you talk about it being a last resort, but what in fact, when I look back now and I understand what I suffer from, there were so many other things that could have been put in place.